Every morning, the world's slowest gate. Every day makes me think, why am I here? How did I get here? This isn't a fairy tale story. It's the haunting reality of an American Jew living in Germany. A few years ago, I needed a break. Thought I had it all, but I was missing something. Fuck it. Visit Europe. One day I saw her by the side of the river in Munich. Love, lust in minutes. Six months later, we were married, living in the US. All seemed good until we got to know the faults. Fights lasted for days.
It was so good at the beginning.
Therapy didn't help. Maybe we should quit. What now? One last thing to try. Move to her hometown. Birth. Joy. I'm never leaving her. But the bond that was once fractured was now permanently broken. Every day, I think about leaving. Only one thing keeps me here. I settle into a routine, a morning walk. Thank God for him, Hamilton, always there. To visitors, this is a quaint village, a medieval World Heritage Site. To me, it is a daily reminder of the horrors that fellow Jews endured throughout history. Stoppelsteiners, or stumbling stones, a few steps from my front door. Hundreds of stones in the village, everywhere, on every street. Each one represents a Jewish person taken and killed. Simon Oberdorfer, creator of one of the world's first velodromes, him, his wife, and brother-in-law, killed by the Nazis. The Kosher butcher, forced to leave his wife and daughter, never to see them again. A couple taken in the middle of the night. Entire buildings of elderly people murdered. The children who once played here never got to grow up, just for what was in their blood. Where the hell am I? Here is my favorite Italian deli on the same street where Kristallnacht, Night of the Broken Glass, happened in November of 1938. Every corner tells a haunting story. Nazis. 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 What the fuck? It all stares me in the face every single day. Get out. I won't leave you, I promise. Right here, this spot, this exact spot. Thousands of villagers watched as Hitler is driven through the city. History, so much history. Napoleon stayed here. Oskar Schindler, the Oskar Schindler, lived right here. a rabbinical school here in the 1200s. 1,000 years ago, Jews were here, thriving, until antisemitism drove the Jews out of the city for hundreds of years. In 1901, Jews built a beautiful Baroque-style synagogue. Only 37 years later, this magnificent structure, built to last 1,000 years, was destroyed. The mayor of the city, Otto Schottenheim, Nazi member number 1354, stood by during Kristallnacht and ordered the fire marshal to let that, quote, eyesore of the city burn to the ground. In the States, we'd be playing in an actual playground. Here, we play in a memorial to the destroyed synagogue. At the start of World War II, prisoners built airplanes designed by German aviation pioneer Willy Messerschmitt. He built one plane, then another one, and another one. About 12,000 of them, until the Allies blew them into oblivion with 350 tons of bombs, which they are still digging up today. There is a street named after him here. I guess he was a hero. Auschwitz, Dachau, Treblinka, known worldwide. But what about Flossenburg, Obertraubling, Ebensee? Or the Colosseum, right here, on my way to the farmer's market every Wednesday. In 1945, this building housed almost 500 prisoners on one floor. Every day, prisoners marched over this 1,000-year-old bridge wearing wooden shoes and striped uniforms, the thundering sound echoing throughout the city. Everyday citizens, bystanders, what did they think of all this? Did they care? Were they afraid for their own lives? Before arriving in this town, I had no idea what my bloodline was. I did my research and it came back 99.8% Ashkenazi Jew. If I lived here in the city of Regensburg 80 years ago, I'd be just another stone in the street. Living here, I hadn't met another Jew in 4 years. In order to join the synagogue, you need to register with the city that you're Jewish, a tradition that goes way back, and it explains a lot. Outside the synagogue, there's a German police officer holding a submachine gun, finger close to the trigger. A person behind bulletproof glass approves you to enter through reinforced automatic doors. One will only open when the other is fully closed. I look at everyone I pass on my morning walk, like her, him, them. No one talks about it, but everyone here has a connection and a story to the past. From my friend's 92-year-old mother, who was forced to join the Hitler Youth as a young teenager, to a neighbor whose great-uncle was a major prison camp commander, to even my daughter's great-grandfather, who flew a Messerschmitt plane against Russian targets. He almost didn't survive the war. Ironically, without him, my ex and my daughter wouldn't be here. After taking this walk, day after day after day, something in me has changed. My eyes are open to what Jews, my people, my tribe, have been through since the beginning of time. Why? Because they look different? Because they're successful? Believed in a different God? While I don't have all the answers, I do know that the past never truly leaves us. Its lessons, no matter how painful they may be, shape our present and our future. When I walk the streets of this city, I feel proud of my Jewish heritage. I feel the strength and resiliency of my Jewish ancestors. And I know that while the shadows of anti-Semitism continue to lurk, we will always fight to never let history repeat itself. This is my morning walk, every day, through this city, as a Jew living in Germany.